Hey everyone, my name is Mike Danko, and I'll be telling you a few things you need to know about the first artificial satellite launched into Earth's orbit, Sputnik 1. I also like to take this time to apologize for my lack of involvement with this class, kind of, sorta, and on the discussion boards especially. For the first couple weeks, I was keeping up with it. But then after about the third or fourth week, I got my second job, and I was working from 7 in the morning till almost 10 at night sometimes, with an hour break in between that I would use the shower. So I really was limited in the time that I had for class, and I wish I would have known that before, because I probably would have only signed up for this. I'm also taking another class at the time. But I really do just feel bad, because I feel like I let some of my fellow classmates down. I really did appreciate the feedback that I was getting from some of my discussion board posts, and I didn't really have time to respond. I had time to look at and read them, but I didn't have time to respond myself. No, it's not an excuse, but I thought I needed to, take this opportunity to, visually just apologize and say, it was a great group of people to be with for the whole summer. My first time taking a class during the summer, and I had fun. It was a fun class. I did learn a lot. Really wish I would have more time, and that's something I'm going to kind of process more for the future, to really just kind of look and see if I'm going to have enough time to really commit to a class like this, especially online classes where a lot of it relies on the forums. Not forums, discussion boards, rather. But that being said, I really do hope you accept my apology. It's sincere. I really, if I had a time machine, I'd just go back and change a little bit of things. But now that we have that out of the way, I really would like to inform you guys about a pretty cool thing that I at least think it's pretty cool. Sputnik 1, the Soviet artificial satellite. And just a quick overview of what I will be going over. Sorry, I'm kind of reading off. I have not a script, but I have stuff like kind of just mapped out for me. I will be going into the creation and things that led up to the launch. So everything pre-launch, not everything pre-launch, but a lot of things pre-launch. A lot of information there, and things that it did while it was in orbit. Just everything that, while it was up in space for the time that it was, just orbiting the Earth at extremely high velocities and speeds. Also, the real reason why I decided to do Sputnik 1 was it's part in the space race and space age. Very, very cool. Very cool time to study, I think. It's one of the funnest times to study. That and World War II time, which is just not a couple years, but about a decade before the space age happened. World War II was going on, which is also one of my favorite times to study in history class. And then lastly, things that happened after Sputnik 1. Well, I'm not gonna give it away. I mean, it's really not new news, but stuff that happened after Sputnik that kind of changed everything with regards to space exploration and satellites and things of that nature. So that's gonna be the last thing we touch on. And I'm just gonna scroll down a little bit. And here we go. I'm gonna go into speech mode now, and I hope you guys enjoy. I really feel that Sputnik opened brand new doors in space exploration that previously have not been able to be reached. A lot of people thought that space exploration is a futuristic property, really, and that Sputnik really being not going off my face there, not really being the best, most advanced technology at the time. It was. Looking back at it now, you might think it's not that big of a deal, but the things that it was doing at the time was groundbreaking, and I really just wanted to take this time to just show really like how important it was at the time, and what it did for astronomy, and what it did for NASA programs like that really just focus on everything outside the Earth's atmosphere. It really did do a lot, but you're going to find out it really didn't do a lot at the time, but it did a lot symbolically, really, if you think about it. So here we go. Everything led up to Sputnik 1. And the first idea of an artificial satellite was given to the Russian Minister of Defense by a man named Sergei Korolev. This started the space race. Dwight Eisenhower said a little bit after that, a couple years after that, that the U.S. would launch a satellite later in the year. So this really made the USSR jump the gun, and right after that, they jumped right into production and right into operations to begin the Sputnik, and they really just wanted to get it out there before the U.S. Previously, a lot of it, before they started rushing, they planned for a lot of complex equipment to go into it, and because they wanted to rush and get it out before the U.S., they just added a radio transmitter into it. That was one of the final things that went into it. And the launch of Sputnik 1 changed almost everything, reaching new levels of technology at the time, and it weighed a fair amount in my mind, maybe not compared to a lot of other things in astronomy, but 254 metric tons. That's how much Sputnik weighed. Not the satellite itself so much, but the how it was launched. I feel like that went into it. I might have to do a little bit more digging and find out just for myself, because I don't think the actual satellite itself weighed that much, but initially at launch, everything that was attached to it and helped to get out into space, that weighed 254 metric tons. So, and it was launched on October 4th, 1957. It looked like a metal sphere with 4 radio antennas to broadcast radio pulses. It was set into orbit, the Earth, in an elliptical fashion, broadcasting information it was gathering from Earth's upper atmosphere, along with other things. This truly scared the U.S. to rebound and launch something of their own to match Sputnik. Not only is in space development, but also political,